Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Okay, I get it now. Isaiah 40 from verse 27 to 31 says, "Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my just claim is passed over by my God? Have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, neither faints nor is weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might he increases strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Who likes to wait? That would not be me. Whenever I want something, I want it now. I try my best not to be impulsive, but to wait seems like forever. Sometimes I end up waiting because of my own doing, but other times I end up waiting because of circumstances beyond my control. Like once I was in a foreign city and was waiting to catch a bus. Well, the bus was late in coming and I started to complain to another passenger who was not interested in what I had to say. The bus arrived about 10 minutes later with a sign, "Driver in Training." I later learned that at that time of the day in that city, they train new drivers, and so most people know that they will have to wait a few minutes. Embarrassed. Waiting. Like once I attended a wedding that started nearly 90 minutes late. A whole church full of persons had to wait for the arrival of who? The bride. Or, as a child, Christmas seemed to take forever to roll around. Well, how about my friend who has been waiting for years to get married and has not even found the spouse as yet? Let me tell you a story. This kid called David, 9 years old, was in elementary school. Normally, his mother would pick him up after school, but on one occasion, she was locked down in a meeting and forgot to make alternate arrangements for her son to be picked up. David sat and waited. The school custodian was worried for David as the hours seemed to go by and tried to help, but David insisted that he is waiting because his mother is coming for him. 4 hours of waiting for his mother, and then he saw her running across the schoolyard coming to him. With tears in her eyes, she apologized and begged him to forgive her. "Were you scared, David?" David, hungry and tired, said to his mom, "I wasn't scared. I knew you would come for me, so I waited." She was crushed. David had faith in his mother, and so he was never afraid. God sometimes brings us into a period of waiting. There can be many reasons why we have to wait, but let us consider the blessing of waiting. Joseph was told in dreams that one day his older brothers and parents would bow down before him. He did not know when that would happen, and his family was not too excited about that either. Not long after, he was pawned off to traders by his own brothers, and those traders sold him into slavery in a foreign country. Sometime later, his master's wife lied on him, and he ended up in prison for several years until one day he was called up to the palace to solve a mysterious dream. That landed him the job of vice president of that country. That was super, super cool. But what about his dreams? Still, he had to wait until a series of events led his brothers to come buy food in his country, and Joseph revealed himself to them after a while. What did they do? They bowed down to him because now he had power to throw them in jail for what they did to him. Instead, he was very generous to them and relocated them from their home where there was a famine to come live in luxury in his new country. Joseph waited until his dream came true. The Hebrew people ended up being slaves in Egypt. Night and day they cried and pleaded with God to deliver them. It seemed like forever, but after a brief time of 400 years, God delivered them. Did you hear what I say? 400 brief years. God is an on-time God. What about you? What are you waiting for? A husband? A pay increase? How about a healing? A long overdue promotion? A baby, if I could only have a baby. Someone just simply needs a break in life, a break from the struggles and the hardships and the disappointments and the lack. A guy just needs a break, or what some people call a breakthrough. Sometimes it seems as if God has forgotten you. Then there are times you wonder if you are being punished for some sins from your past, and you fast and pray and confess 200 times over. Nothing. Waiting can be painful. It can just enlarge the disappointment. As a child of God, you put on a happy face, but deep inside you are running out of gas. Well, here comes this text that speaks to you. God is never weary. He is everlasting. So he sees time differently. He has a track record of where he gives strength to those who are weary and he gives power to those who are weak. His resume shows that he's an on-time God, and he says to you, wait. He does not give you a deadline, but he simply tells you to wait. What should you do? Wait. God is a promise keeper. He is reliable. He's an on-time God. Look at what he offers. He renews, he restores, he recharges. In unbelievable way, God delivers what he promises. Believe me when I say that it is worth waiting on God. He loves you and will not let you down. Waiting on the Lord is worth every moment. Are you waiting? Don't give up. Keep on waiting. Don't lose hope. Keep on waiting. He is closer than you think. I hope you get it.